Welcome to The Real Tea. I'm your host, Tammy Murphy, broker-owner of RH2L, bringing Miami Valley real homes to love.
And I'm Ellie Sollenberger to give my perspective as a home buyer.
We're going to give you the key to Miami Valley real estate. Good morning, afternoon, whatever it happens to be. We're here. We have a special guest in the hot seat, as we call it. We put you in the middle.
That's why, yeah.
Today we have Rick Dobson, who is a city councilman for the city of West Carrollton.
Hi, Rick.
Well, hello, everybody, and people out there, hello.
Yeah. So this podcast just really gives information to the people who are watching, consumers, potential people looking to buy or sell real estate, but more importantly, just the communities of our area. If they're not familiar with West Carrollton, why don't you tell us some highlights about what's going on?
Well, I don't like to be in the hot seat here, but there's a lot of good things going on in West Carrollton. We're trying to develop that new downtown river project. And so our first new development over there in West Carrollton, the River District, will be Culver's Restaurant.
Oh, nice.
We just approved that because they're in their construction plans phase and everything, and soon that'll be coming. So
is that over by like the...
Roberts Shopping Center.
Okay, so it's going to be on that
It's
land?
actually going to be right on the corner of Manchester, if you know where Manchester is. Okay. So, but that's, the first thing to go there. And
yeah.
we see a lot of good things happening. Once you start something, you'll see a mushroom effect pretty quick.
Am I detecting an accent? Do you have a little bit of Boston in you, or what's going on there?
No, I don't have a Boston accent in me, but most people think Boston, New York, New Jersey. I'm actually a northern hillbilly. I'm from the state of Maine.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, so way up there.
Way up north, yeah.
Okay, so I definitely picked up something, huh?
Yeah, and you'll, as we talk, you'll pick up a little more, too.
And how long have you been a resident or in the West Carrollton, Ohio area, then?
Somewhere between 1977 and 78, so I've been here a good long time.
Okay. Well, we didn't get it out of you then, huh?
No, you didn't get that. But actually, you got a lot of it out of me, because if you heard me way back then, you'd still be wondering what I said in the first sentence.
Oh, I bet.
My accent was pretty wicked, and I talked a whole lot faster.
Oh, wicked. Okay. Wow. It's gonna be a blast from the past here with all of this going on. So, talking about that renovation, that area that West Carrollton has been developing, it started when they got rid of the plant and kind of all that stuff in the volleyball center, right? And then you decided we're just going to go all in on this. And
well, long before that, they've been planning this for probably 30 plus years.
Okay,
it's been a long time in the development process.
Because I feel like Roberts has been gone.
Oh, geez.
The majority of my life.
No, it's been gone. Boy, I bet
15
years.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. 15 years since they cleared it. So it's
so it takes a little while, and I guess that just go to explain.
Yeah.
Government is a slow process.
Well, but you do see some progress. Yes,
yeah.
And you do see progress. So obviously, when Roberts kind of closed down, that was a landmark there for those of us who've been from the area, native to the communities and everything like that. My aunt has lived in West Carrollton for 30 plus years. So those are things that you mark. Where are you going, where are you at type of thing, and Roberts was definitely that. And when it's gone, it's like, oh man, there's a piece of history that's gone, and you just don't know what's going to happen. So I'm excited to see this development really take way.
The community saw for a long time all that acreage with no buildings, nothing, at one point it was a fairly thriving area. So the exciting part is there are other things in the works that can't be discussed yet.
Okay.
So
more
things will be happening. Hopefully sooner than later.
So is the plan to incorporate the river?
Part of that, they want to do a water park. I think you're probably aware of that. You live in West Carrollton. You still live in West Carrollton?
Not anymore, but I'm from West Carrollton.
All right, I know you're from West Carrollton. But so the River District is a lot of things to still be discussed about that, because that's a very complex project. But it is in the process. We've got money to work on the dam safety part of it, and now we're trying to get all the I's and all the T's dotted with the Conservative District and other people who are involved in making sure everything is okay at the river before you can
Yeah.
break ground in it.
Right. And you still have that bikeway path. So if you're traveling along there, I know that's been one of the things we've always enjoyed is along that waterway to take the bike path. And
Well, that'll still be there, and that won't get altered. And we may move a little bit, but the path will still go right through West Carrollton.
awesome. That's great.
So one of my favorite places to eat growing up was Red Rock. And then I know that building
Yes, I remember that one,
was
yeah.
torn down. Is there any plans for that area?
Well, actually, a health center is coming there,
Oh, okay.
and hopefully that should break ground next year.
Oh, nice.
So that's another new
Wow.
thing
So
coming
there's
to
a
the
lot
city.
of new stuff coming in the downtown area of West Carrollton.
Matter of fact, the old Sonic is now going to be a Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh,
So that's another. If you like coffee, that's really a hot deal.
Yeah, I'm not a
Right?
coffee fan, but I love their refreshers.
yeah.
I've never tried their refreshers.
Yeah, they're good.
So, yeah, well, it'll be good for the community. Just another new business.
Yeah, we see Duncan seems to be in a growth spurt in our communities anyway. Whenever there's a new building or something, it's almost always a Dunkin' Donuts going in there. So
And you'll see a lot of them are going through the remodeling stage. And that's typical in franchises. Every 5 to 10 years, they refresh their look so they still look new and exciting.
right, I think one of the features that West Carrollton has is that you first of all have a divided highway, and in the middle you have the restaurants or businesses that are located that makes it convenient for in and out,
In and out
regardless
traffic,
of the direction you're going. That's one of my pet peeves is when I go down a community and you have to be on this side traveling north or south or east or west, one direction only in order to access this.
get it, yeah.
It's like, what an inconvenience. So I really love that you've
That
got
does
that
make
middle.
good access. For
Yes, absolutely.
And of course, when you come into West Carrollton, the very first thing is El Masan,
Yeah,
one of the
staples in the community.
staples in the community and a really unique place to eat.
Yep, yep. A lot of people enjoy
And
that.
then right across the street is LA Cake, where Woody's used to be.
Right. Woody's was another one of those. If you knew the area, you marked it
That
by
was the
Roberts and
landmark,
Woody's.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just knew. And that little walkway to go from the little Woody's over to the big Woody's and all of that good stuff.
That's
so,
right.
yeah.
That happened to be, in case you don't remember or know, that was the slowest elevator in the world.
It was.
Yes, it was.
I just remember the stairs with the big water wheel.
That's right.
Yeah. And then when they painted it all like circus colors.
Yes.
Circus colors, yeah, that's right.
Boy, we're really reminiscing here. We're showing our age, people. What's up with that?
Yeah, well, let's not go into the age thing.
okay, okay.
So in addition to businesses in West Carrollton, you guys are also building all new schools.
Oh, yeah, and that's really exciting. Some of them are already finished, and as you know, the high school is a big one right now that they're doing.
Yeah, and you can see the progress every time you drive
Yeah,
right down 75 because it's so close to the highway.
And on Alex Bell Road, you can see the progress better, too, because they tore all the trees down for the moment.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see the bus station and the development and everything going. They will re-landscape that, but
So do you know if the plan is that they're tearing down the high school completely? The current one?
most of it will be torn down. The auditorium part stays.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what else, because that's really more a school
Yeah.
issue than a city issue.
Yeah.
But it is going to be good.
Okay.
It is going to be good. It's new schools is always good. I don't know if it'll help make any people smarter, but it'll at least be a nice environment and a good look for the city.
Yeah. And I think, except for Fairborn, it's one of the only cities that has all new schools.
Right.
Yeah, we it still cost a lot of money for the taxpayer, but geez, I think it was government funded through our taxes anyways, but it was government funded for about 80%, which is unheard of in most districts. You usually don't get that much money, so that's
Yeah.
a positive thing. They made it affordable for us to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's cool.
Yes, I think the benefit to communities with a strong infrastructure on the education, the school system itself, helps to bring people in or keep people in the area. We always see the benefit in that when we're showing clients, the potential of communities where they want to go. One of the first things they always talk about is the school
schools.
system.
Absolutely right. We got a nice new young school board member, Nate Mundy, probably one of the youngest one ever elected, and he's got a lot of enthusiasm. And we got a few new school board members and some new, fresh ideas. Hopefully, that'll help
Energize
improve the school.
everything?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well,
So,
that's good. Exciting.
if you ever meet Nate, besides him being about 6'6", he's just full of joy and excitement.
Well, we
that's
might-
a positive thing, yeah.
Yeah.
We might have to reach out to Nate
Yeah,
and see if he wants to come on and talk about it. That'd be good.
Oh, he would love to talk about the school. He's so enthusiastic. And again, super young person, like to get them involved because as the older people some of us need, not me yet, but some of the people need to go because they've been there too long. And
sure.
that new young blood can be good.
So how long have you been on city council?
3 years.
Okay.
Been involved with the city, one form or another, for nearly 40 years,
Okay.
but only as an elected person for 3 years.
Okay.
Well, it's good to bring that experience to the table because I think you need a mix of the experience with the new ideas and creative energy and everything to really benefit from it. You
Absolutely.
can't just go down one path and say, well, this is it, all in, right? You've got to have a nice mix.
Well, it helps to be able to throw ideas back and forth to each other because what you might think is a great idea, when you actually discuss it with people, you might realize, there's a better opportunity. And if more elected officials were more flexible in the way they thought, we'd probably get a lot farther ahead quicker.
Sure, sure, absolutely. So anything that you know of that you can share about what's on the horizon for West Carrollton?
Well, that's a pretty open question. but well, typically, we all know that the new downtown development that we're working on, and then the River District part of it, they do have another new thing they're trying to work on called the Western Lakes Project, and that's over where they've been doing all the mining, and they've got a plan a little higher than I think they'll ever achieve, but the concept is great, where there's going to be some areas where you can go bird watch and fish and walk in more of a country setting type thing, and then as they develop it and grow, they could have some boating and camping and things like that over there. So, but that's a project that's a little down the road because again, everything costs money, and
Right.
we're
Yeah.
and I've argued since I've been on council that we're in an economic crisis, so it's harder to get money to complete jobs.
Sure.
When rates are 8.5%, it affects the large corporations or the multimillionaire people just like it affects the individuals
Yeah.
because everything's based on numbers.
Right, right.
And West Carrollton is unique because it's landlocked
Well,
for the most part. Like there's no really new developments.
we have no new development. We can't get, there's a couple of small areas where we might be able to build some single-family homes, but in general, we're pretty much a landlocked community. So having that River District area is a potentially great opportunity. The Great Western Lakes area is an opportunity because there's
Nature.
they
and-
call them lakes. I think they're big ponds because when I go down to the lake, it's 30 miles long, and these things are. But it's everybody likes things around water activities.
sure.
So there's a lot of potential and opportunity to draw people to our community and to bring tax base to the community, which is very, very important for the success of any community.
Sure. We've talked a little bit about how global response is, and Ohio is ranking 6th in the nation for bringing global companies and people to relocate to our area. Obviously, I want to speak to the benefits of our Dayton region and what it offers. One of the big drivers that bring people is the source of water or natural activities, those nature, the bike path, the waterways, and all of that. So I think that keeps West Carrollton high on the list of a community for people to search and seek housing opportunities. So I know you said not really an opportunity for many
New homes.
new homes, but
But we have some nice affordable home structures in today's market, which is nice. And we have, overall, we got a pretty clean, decent community. And of course, if you're into condos,
we've got the condos there.
well, the River District is going to have an opportunity to have some condos that overlook the river and
Oh,
the
nice.
River Park area.
Oh, that'd be
So,
very nice.
yeah. I'm not sure exactly the number of them. They've talked about 50, 100, 200. I think it's all about
Money.
money.
And
Everything's
I
about
feel like
money.
if you look just down the road in downtown Miamisburg, you've seen the success that they've had with the river. So,
They had a little head start over us because they had a good downtown in the first place. And West Carrollton has never had a big downtown, so it's harder to develop that same theme. But
Yeah.
now with the potential of our river district, we have a lot of different opportunities that we can bring.
Right.
And
it's easier access to the highway.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Much easier access to the
Miamisburg.
highway.
So people will stop in West Carrollton before they even get to Miamisburg. You grab them first and then keep them for the
And we
day.
hold them there for the weekend. What are you talking about today?
There you go. Yeah.
And I feel like once you're a pirate, you're not so fond of the Vikings. So I recently saw on Facebook that Pirate Fest is coming up in West Carrollton.
It's called Pirate Island Fest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pirate Island Fest.
Yeah, that's coming up September 21,
Okay.
which is really pretty exciting. It's although the city does all kinds of free events, concerts and various like the Balloon Globe and things of that nature. This is an event where they charge $10. It's a fundraiser for the West Carrollton Athletic Boosters Club. So unfortunately, it's $10, but for all the things you get to do, it's nothing because you spend $10 in 10 minutes anywhere else.
Right.
You get the whole day of fun. The kids can play on whatever inflatable they want, as long as they want, and go from inflatable to inflatable. And there's other activities, events that go along with it as well.
That's good. And then I think you were telling us something special about adult
The
activities,
adult
right?
activities is that's been a little controversy because they worry about the young kids, and then the adult activities, but they're very clearly defined, and that hasn't been an issue ever in the events we've been doing. But for the adults, they get to come play casino games and drink all kinds of beer, unlimited, so to speak, for the same $10. So it's
Yeah.
a great investment. And often we find these people, the adults, they do a lot of tipping and a lot of additional money given back to the schools, which is
For
great.
sure. Yeah.
And we have a hometown brewery that comes and hosts it. And I'm trying to remember the name of that, Warped Wing.
Oh, Warped Ring comes.
that's
That's
awesome.
nice.
So they come and so they got some good, I guess they call me IPA beers. I'm not a beer drinker, so but it's good. We used them last year, and it was people loved it. They, instead of your traditional Bud or Bud Light, it's the new brewery flavors.
So even if you came out for a couple of hours, you had a beer or two, and you played some games, and you had the kids all taken care of. Man, you cannot beat that then.
You can't lose.
Yeah, for
Can't
sure.
lose.
And it's for a worthy cause.
Yeah, helping all the athletic programs of the community.
Nice.
But there's never enough money for these athletic programs. I know when I wasn't growing up. When my kids were growing up, I know how much money I had to fork out on a regular basis, and now it's even more expensive because of all these select activities. But so this, again, gives a nice way to help some of the people and the schools who don't fund the entire projects. It's a way to have additional money to help support the groups.
Awesome. Well, we'll make sure we put the details in the message below so people can check it out and
Well,
come see.
And they can drive for hours to get here. We don't care. They'll
Come from all around.
They'll have a blast, and they get to see a little of our community at the same time and see the community spirit, and because we always got to push the pirate pride.
Yeah.
So it's important.
There you go. Awesome.
So, are you coming?
You said it's September 21st.
Yeah, 21st.
I will be here. I'll be in town, so I can definitely check it out.
Would you just see all the activities? The kids have a blast.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we can bring our video and capture some of those highlights and say, remember when we were talking about this on our podcast? Here, we actually went.
And we got. Do you remember the big pirate inflatable with
Yes.
the football team?
Yeah.
We get to use that as our entrance.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's better than going to just an empty gate. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kids like that.
One of the
Yeah.
things that I always liked about living and growing up in West Carrollton was just the hometown feel, where everybody knows everybody, but close knit, and there was parades, and the school is really supported by the community, and everybody goes to the football game on Friday night, and things like that. And I feel like that is unique to West Carrollton, even in this area. I haven't found that in another community that I've lived in.
There is a lot of city and school pride, which is really nice. Again, that hometown feel, comfortable, safe community. which is really important. The police do a wonderful job in our community. I'm sure there's some people out there will say that's not quite what they believe, but they were probably on the other side of seeing the good officer. But our police department is really well respected in our community.
Yeah, absolutely. That's an important piece to the process that people are looking for. Again, you just want to make sure you've got the commute access, you've got activities in the community to support living, your schools all being new or getting there, and having good communication between them.
That's going to help. It's going to look really good. They already look good as it is. Even during the construction process, you feel good about it. You see that. You can visualize the finished product. So we look forward to that. It's going to help the community. It's going to help the students.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Of course, what's always important, it helps property values. That's
For sure.
very, very important.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you coming out and talking with us today. We look forward to having you come back and maybe give us some more highlights, as that development takes on, and you can share more information with us.
Well, I'm just anxious. To see that first brick laid. That will be the momentum that will make it start going.
Yeah.
So look forward to it.
Absolutely.
And we always end our show with some kind of tip. So I feel like from our conversation, our tip for our listeners would be to go check out the businesses that are coming to West Carrollton or that are already there, like El Masan and LA Cake, and not the franchised businesses.
Well, I'm a small business owner.
Okay.
So I believe in supporting the small business guy. The people don't realize that there's still probably more than 50% of the backbone of this country. And small businesses are struggling through some tough times now.
Sure.
So I firmly believe we should support small businesses. But sometimes you got to go to the chain because that's the kind of thing you like. But support our local hometown business is extremely important.
Right, and I think West Carrollton offers, you've got Speedway that's there on a main interchange. You've got
The two speedways within
Two speedways.
the corner of each other.
that's convenience for which side of the road you're traveling on, right? But the, some of the other businesses, like we said, Holly's was there for a long time. They were a staple in the community, but now it's replaced by another local Legacy
Pancake House. Yes.
So that's nice to see that it's not necessarily just bought out by a franchisee coming in or anything. Not to knock the franchisees, because people will look forward to Dunkin' Donuts coming there,
Exactly.
But it's nice to have a balance of those features and things that are available for people to make the choice that works for them.
And we up on top of the hill, I call it, is Water Tower Lane in 725. That's one of the entrances to our city. We got some restaurants there, some small businesses up there, and we got a new Sheetz going there.
Oh, wow.
So
well, that'll be visible.
That's it's pretty close. I don't know when the development will actually occur, but I think most of, if not all of the issues in the planning and development portion of it are all completed. It's just a matter of now just doing the final dotting of the I's and the crossing of the T's and bringing out those shovels and start that ground movement.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that'll be a nice entrance point for us. So
For sure.
because it might make Speedway upset, but competition usually breeds competition. It usually you get more people going, more people coming, just because you got a gas station here or a restaurant here and then a restaurant here, all around each other. That's what draws people to the whole thing. So I think that'll be a good draw card for us.
Yeah. And I know one of my sons loves the volleyball arena that's there. They love to go down there and actually enjoy a very long day when they get there. So I think that has brought a lot of vibrancy to the community
area,
as
yeah.
well. Yeah, people are really excited about it.
I don't know if you ever drove by that or drive by it. When they have their evening events, the parking lot's full.
Full.
Lots of things going on.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming out, and we will
my
stay in
pleasure.
touch.
And then the rest of you out there, come visit our city.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, come see West Carrollton.
It's a good place to be, good place to live.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us today on the Real Tea Podcast. If you enjoyed the knowledge and entertainment today, please subscribe and share with your friends. We will be embarking on a journey that bridges the gap between realtors and clients, uncovering the heart and tea of real estate.